Well, you still live in Springfield.
Yeah.
I mean, is there money on your head because you cooperated and you're still in the same region? You know, like, for example, I talked to Michael Franzese, and, you know, he lives in L.A. somewhere. He's not going to go back to his old neighborhood and so forth. Not really. That's what he told me.
I don't think so. I would doubt that. I would think he would go anywhere. I mean, especially with the Colombo.
He still watches his back and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, you watch your back for anything. You drive crazy. You watch your back for another driver.
It's a little different, though.
I don't know. I think with
Has
him,
anyone ever approached you or anything?
No, and if there would never be a price, number one. The mob don't work like that. You know, it's not like a street gang type thing. It was
right, because usually hits are done
you
as orders, not for money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, they're not killing anybody no more, not because they're not capable. And I'm not saying they're not capable of killing me. I go, but would you want to be the guy to try to come kill me? Number one, you got to kill me. How do you know I'm not going to kill you? Number one, because I am a killer. But you got cameras everywhere.
Yeah, 2024
I don't care where you go. I don't care. You could think of any way. I was having a talk with a guy at the cigar place last night, and we're talking like, how would you kill somebody today? Like, he's a movie producer, and he's trying to do it for his production thing, like in a way to say, how would a guy get away with killing today? You can't. Like, you could say, well, I'll go drive somewhere on a motorcycle with a mask on. You know, you're white and dressed like a black man, or you're black and dressed like a white man, and walk in there with a wig and go in there on a motorcycle and walk into the place and blow the guy's brains out and then get back. You still got to get back on the motorcycle. That motorcycle's going somewhere, and it's going by cameras. They're going to businesses. You know, like that guy Hernandez when he killed the guy and
Aaron Hernandez.
They followed him for, I don't know, 100 miles to find out where that car went.
Yeah, I mean, I asked this question to various people. I remember when I asked Sammy the Bull if he could kill someone in 2024 and get away with it.
I remember he said yes.
He said yes, because he feels that he'll stake out the situation. He's very patient. It'll take him a long time. I don't know, though.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I don't know.
There's a chance, a lucky chance that, you could even say you're going for a jog, and then you shoot, what are you going to, you knock on a guy's door, you shoot him, and then you run. So you're still going to run somewhere. You go in the woods. You got to come out somewhere. I mean, I don't know, like, it's so hard. And what does that also do? It brings in, that's what brings in the life sentences. So if you're a mob boss today, like these guys in the Genovese family that aren't even, they're like here, and the next level's probably here, and the people that can get to them are probably here. Nobody can get to them. That's why you get a dummy like Rooster and they put him up. Oh, you're the boss. You're the lightning rod. Go ahead, take the pinch for the feds. So it brings in all the heat, all the big time comes, when the murders come. If you're a boss, you're not going to give because if you give the order, now if you're the boss, it's got to go to the guy say you're the bosses, to the actual made guys, to the actual who's going to kill them if they're to kill them. And then you're going to go kill the guy. You just put yourself all up in a life potential sentence, and and then if you're going to go kill informants today, you'd have to kill, there ain't enough guns in the world to kill them all. There's informants everywhere.
Yeah.
All sorts of types of informants. Like, they move the goalposts. Well, this guy really isn't a rat because, he wasn't, he didn't get the oath. So he's not really a rat. Or, this guy really wasn't a violent guy and he's just an informant and he's a businessman. So he's okay. You know what I'm saying? So they all switch it around. But you were even heard on Merlino's interview when you asked him how many people he thinks today are informants in the mafia. And I think he said 98%.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there you go. And that's from an allegedly active mob boss. That's no longer in the mob, moved to Florida, and has nothing to do with the mob allegedly and all that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Doing podcasts or whatever.
Right. But you still have some drama because I don't know if you heard, he was opening up a cheesesteak shop in Philly, and then the shop was lit on fire.
Yeah, that's some stupid, that ain't, if they wanted drama, they would have blew the thing up and there would be a message like, people said all kinds of things. The mob's mad at him because he's doing this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, come on. They're not killing guys that put people in prison and they're going to blow up his cheesesteak place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't believe that was just a fluke, some dumb thing and whatever.
Well, you have a book coming out.
I do.
Southend Syndicate, How I Took Over the Genovese Springfield Crew.
Yes.
It's coming out on September 17th of this year.
Yep. Yep.
Tell me about it.
So that book, originally, we started that project in 2020 around COVID. And I wanted to explain to you, like I do with you on an interview, more about, and I'm sure you're an interview, you interview dozens of mobsters and everything. You don't hear much about Connecticut. And you don't hear much about like Springfield, Western Mass, right? And it's a notorious area. And there's notorious guys that came out of there, major league gangsters. And I wanted to tell the story of all of that. So that's my goal of, getting involved with this guy. Joe Bradley, he's written 5 or 6 books already, but they were all fiction. This is the first nonfiction book he's writing. He's doing another project right now with the same company about Charlestown, the bank robbers and everything. I had the book. I haven't read it. I just don't like I won't watch this interview. I don't read my own book. I just don't like doing that shit. But yeah, the book is coming out. There was just a great review on it by a #1 best-selling author, Dave Wedge, I mean. And I think I'm getting his name right, but he gave a brilliant review of it. And I gave it to a couple people to read, and they said it came out great. So I don't know. It's, I was me telling him the story about he is a great writer, and hopefully everything people can get to see, about what transpired in that era when it was a violent time in that area. Like, I believe me and my crew put Springfield on the map when it came to the national news level, but it shouldn't have happened to be that way because there was notorious gangsters. Like you said, Big No Sam ruled from the 30 to the 83. That's 43 years. That's Carlo Gambino, Tony Accardo type shit, And you don't ever hear about them. And, it's a smaller faction, but it's still a boss and a faction of murderous soldiers and, hundreds and dozens of associates and control of major states. Connecticut, Connecticut's a big state with plenty of money. And Massachusetts, Central and Western. Worcester all the way to going into Albany.
Well, Anthony, man, I appreciate you coming in for your second interview. Last interview, millions of people tuned in. And was that your first major interview?
It was. I think that was that was first major one, but I think that was actually my first time doing interviews because I was on probation. I got out of prison in 2017. I got out. I had 3 years supervised release, so I got out right around before that. So I wasn't, looking to get on podcasts, put myself out there, and but yeah, I was glad I did it. It gives it's for opportunity. It's a way to get yourself out there and get opportunities brought back into you. Other thing besides the book, I have a Discord I'm trying to do with real estate, teaching people and make money with people. Nice. With the wholesale part of that. I'm trying to get a similar to what you got with subscribers, but with a Patreon.
Okay.
With that. So
that's what Joey Merlino does. He has his own Patreon.
Yeah, but that's what YouTube and stories. I'm trying to teach people how to make money and make money with them and partner up with them if they need that help. But yeah, Patreon is a good way, like he's doing. He did the best move he could because he's gonna make money doing that.
Yeah.
They say they're not making it for the money, and
Well, Anthony, man, always a pleasure. Wish you all the best.
Yeah, I wish you the best too. Thanks for having me, and hopefully you get millions of views this time too.
Of course. Till next time.
All right.
Peace.
Yep. Peace.